All right, Maw of the Void, Mission 25. This is the introduction of battlecruisers.
Battlecruiser operation. Or is that from the first one?
I can't remember. My favorite unit.
Clearly.
It's mass, because the mass battlecruisers is just unstoppable. Yeah, so there's these weird domes of energy that hurt you.
Yeah, so the gimmick in this level is that there's these orbs, and the rip field generators create these orbs, and when you're in the orbs, like the rip field, I guess, your health slowly goes down.
Right, so you're constantly being hurt while you're in these things. So, the achievements are complete all the objectives.
Yeah, the first one is just called Maw of the Void, 15 points. Complete all mission objectives in the Maw of the Void mission. The second one is I Have the Power. Destroy all ripfield generators in the Maw of the Void mission on normal difficulty. I don't know how you could possibly not do that.
Oh, you can just go for the thing.
Oh, really?
Like, there'll be the two back ones, and you have tons of battle cruisers, and you can just Yamoto the middle thing, and then mission over.
Got it. So that one's extremely easy to do. Last achievement is Master of the Universe. Complete the Maw of the Void mission without losing a unit inside the rip field on hard difficulty.
Alright, and then for the mission objectives, you do have to free all the Dark Templar prisoners.
Yes.
That's like the bonus.
They're trapped in these like crystal triangle pyramids. Crystal pyramids. And there's a couple of them like hidden throughout the level, and they do not get hurt by the Maw of the Void. By the Void, the Rift Void.
Yeah.
What is it called? Rip Field.
Rip Field.
They're not hurt by it. So it's
So right outside your base, there's a bunch of free minerals and gas.
Yeah, the Dark Templars, when you get to like the second half of this, are extremely helpful because they're permanently cloaked. They don't have a lot of detection, and they don't get hurt.
Unless they're detected. And then they die instantly.
Right, they're pretty weak.
So I don't know how fast you could do this mission, but I did it pretty slowly, apparently.
Yeah, there's no time requirements on this one. I built up a pretty massive battlecruiser army as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fortify this base just because it gets attacked. And I don't know, if you just have like some missile turrets for air defense and then build a bunker with a few hero units in it, it should be able to withstand all the attacks that they throw at you.
Yeah, they bring like waves of what are those things called? The drop ships that also create the pylon effect.
Yeah, the floating pylon guys.
The floating pylon guys.
I really haven't played Terran enough to know
Protoss.
to remember their names that well.
Protoss. Never mind.
Yeah, I meant to say Protoss, not Terran. I play Terran a lot. Got Terran on the brain.
Clearly.
Terran ass over here.
Yeah, so those guys, they come in, and I don't know if they might not even carry units. But when they change it,
yeah, see, they just drop some guys off.
Yeah.
So that's why I build the missile turrets all around, so they can't drop them into my base, so that they're forced into that little ramp where my bunkers can take them out.
Nice. Makes sense.
So, you want to upgrade your stuff? You got plenty of time. You'll have plenty of resources.
You don't really have plenty of resources. This base.
Once you get to the second base,
Uh-huh.
you're pretty money.
I don't know. I mean,
This base runs out pretty quickly.
there are a lot of units you have to kill
Yeah.
in this. I spent all the money I could on this mission.
Yeah.
So, in addition to the battle cruisers, I think I built a couple science vessels as well to heal.
Absolutely. And what I do with the the battlecruiser science vessel army, I like to put like battlecruisers on hotkey 1, science vessels on 2, and then just have the science vessels set to auto repair the battlecruisers. So if you have them all as one army, sometimes you get the science vessels going into situations that you don't want them going into. Like you rather have them just follow the battlecruisers.
Yeah, and when if you have them all in one army, one selected thing, and you say attack in this direction, the science vessels will move to where you click, and sometimes that'll put them on the very front line, which you don't want.
Right.
And the battlecruisers will be like staying back and attacking, like the AI dictates them to.
Right. So yeah, that's a pretty kind of difficult thing to manage. Is like when you have healer ships that move faster than the attacking ships. Like,
well, it's a similar thing that happens when you have, let's say, a group of Banshees and Vikings, and the Vikings are in the air, and you say attack in this direction, and there's ground units. The Banshees stop to attack, the Vikings fly over, and then get torn up because they can't attack the ground.
Right.
And you don't want them, especially when they have such large attack radius. You really got to keep them like separated.
Yeah.
Which is difficult to do because it's so much micromanaging. It's challenging.
Yeah. So I've got some SCVs at the bunkers I've got set up, and I just fly my battle cruisers over them, and they'll repair to get them up to full health before I try to break through the first rip dome or whatever.
I definitely don't rip field generator.
Rip field generator.
I definitely don't use any, or I didn't build a single infantry unit on this. All I built was the battle cruisers and science vessels because like Marines would die so fast if you put them in the rip field.
Right.
It's just not even worth it.
Yeah.
And the Yamotos will take out a pylon, or no, not a pylon, a cannon with one shot.
Yep.
That's always helpful.
Yeah, I just took out the pylons so I could take out this rip field thing first.
That's a good idea. Yeah, the rip fields are pretty strong. Or the rip field generators are pretty strong. It's going to take a couple Yamoto blasts to take it out.
Yeah, and for getting the hard difficulty achievement, you definitely want to have, like, battle cruisers.
Yes.
Because if you put something with low health and it dies in the rip field, then you're done.
Now, I haven't tested this, like, to the point where I can say this 100% confidently, but the wording of that achievement's a little weird. It says, without losing a unit inside the rip field on hard difficulty. I definitely lost some Dark Templars in the rip field.
Oh, but they're not your unit?
But they weren't getting
them?
But they weren't getting hurt by the rip field. I think it means having a unit get killed by the rip field, not necessarily.
I bet if your guy gets shot, I bet if a battle cruiser died getting shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
in conjunction with the rip field?
Like losing a Dark Templar, I'm almost 100% sure it does not disqualify you from that achievement. It only because he wasn't getting hurt by the rip field.
Yeah. So it's a unit that gets hurt by the rip field dies in the rip field.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that like there's I think 2 motherships on this part, and they do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
If you lost a unit to that mothership while in the rip field, that I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't know exactly whether or not
what the
how
stipulations
sensitive
are.
the achievement is. Right, exactly. But like if there's a unit that did a ton of damage and like one big shot and killed you and not the rip field, like does that count or what? But I don't know.
Yeah, it's not too hard if you're using battle cruisers.
And science vessels.
Yeah.
And science vessels. Those are important. Muy importante. And they do attack you pretty frequently. It's important. Like, on hard, Well, on normal, I use the Dark Templars to do a lot of offense. On hard, I found it was basically just easier to let them play defense because they will send a couple waves of armies to your second base.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I use them for defense.
Okay,
not
because
offense.
they definitely don't have detectors when they attack your base, and sometimes your battle cruisers will be off like out in space, like not close, and they move so freaking slow.
Yeah,
they'll be in areas where they can't defend very well. So, yeah, it's important to have some base defense because they send like 2 or 3 colossi at a time and a bunch of ground units to accompany them.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, and if you only have like 1 or 2 battle cruisers hanging back, you can start losing stuff real quick while you're like off doing something.
Squadron en route.
Did you use the Dark Templars to destroy any of the Ripfield generators?
Yes. I think the next 2 you might be able to. There's one that's like, yeah, the one that's on the screen right there, you can get to that one with the Dark Templar and not get detected. Okay. So I just sent 1 Dark Templar to attack that, and then
he made it?
And then ran back. And it was fine.
Cool.
While I built up my battlecruiser army. Man, I'm pretty sure I maxed out units on this level.
Yeah.
Or came close. Because I know I ran out of money at one point. Like, no gas, no... God damn it, Jesse, what the hell are you doing? Dude, we need one of those on-air lights.
Yeah.
Like for the radio.
We're not pro enough yet to have our own studio, so we're at the mercy of our roommates deciding to do weird things.
Our roommate.
Yeah.
A roommate.
All right, well, yeah, I guess we'll pick up commentary in the next video.
Overtime. SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready.